What is going on, guys? David Productions 345 here. Today I have a special video. I have my mom's 2015 Honda Accord, and we are going to be doing the spark plugs on them today. I'm going to be hopefully getting better footage. My dad's going to be recording, so I'm going to show you guys step to step how to do everything, all the tools you need. I have a couple of extra tools I'm just going to be using just because it's a lot easier and quicker, but we're going to be getting into that today. I know this is not a Mopar, but it's my mom's car, so we're going to get it done. Hopefully there's going to be no problems and everything, but let's cut right to the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy. So guys, the step one is to have the hood popped. I'll show you guys where the hood release is. It's right here. Just pull that up, and obviously the hood's already open. So yeah. Next, obviously you guys want the car to be sitting for a little bit so it's not too hot when you take out the plugs. And yeah, there's just only a couple bolts. Obviously prop the hood up with the strut. But yeah, there's a couple 10 mils, and that should be it. So I'm very excited to get this going, and I'll see you guys in the next part where I go over the tools that we need. So you guys know how I am with tools. I have too many, and this is an excess of the tools that are actually necessary. So number one, obviously you need the spark plugs. She didn't want an NGK because she didn't want to pay the extra money for it, which is understandable. Her car only requires 4 because it's a normal car, unlike mine, which has 2 spark plugs per cylinder. Most cars have 1, besides V8s, mostly in other vehicles like that, higher performance cars. You need a torque wrench to torque the spark plugs on. You don't really need this, but it's recommended to get the exact torque amount. That's what I would do for my car. Then you need a 3/8 ratchet. You don't need the electric ratchet or a flex or swivel. You just need a 3/8 with a 10 millimeter socket, and then you need a 9/16 spark plug socket. That's either magnetic or rubber. This one's magnetic, Durtech. And then this is just extra stuff. You don't need any of that. So, and finally, you guys need the gap tool. So I got this at AutoZone. These spark plugs are usually pre-gapped, but you just want to check them just to make sure. So that's everything you need, guys. That's all the tools. Alrighty, guys, so there's 5 to 10 millimeter bolts to take off the cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just to get started. Alright, so I conveniently grabbed my metal tray of my bolts. Now let's take the cover off. Comes right off. So if you guys can see, there's obviously 4 coils, 4 spark plugs, and 4 more 10 millimeter bolts. So let's get to that real quick, and I'll see you guys in the next part. And then there's obviously these wires. There's 4 of them. The clips just kind of pop out. You just put your finger and just push. I'll do that, and then we'll get to the next part. All right, so there's a clip right here. It kind of just pulls out like that. Pop it out. Kind of just goes like that, and then you just pull up the coils one by one. And then you can disconnect it right here. So it just comes out like that. What I'm gonna do is make sure the coils are in order just in case there's any problems. I just do that just for OCD, kind of. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pop all these out, and I'll see you guys after these are all out. Or the rail is off. All of the coils are on the ground, just in a specific order. For me, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to put them in order, but I just did, so I know where to put them back. Got my 9/16 on here. There's 4 spark plugs in here. Let's start with the far left. All right, so I got my extension on. I don't have a 6-inch extension for some reason in 3/8, so we're just using this like 10 to 12-inch extension. Slide that down. See, then you just pull it out, and it's gonna come out. There we go. Yeah, these are pretty bad, you guys can see. So I'm gonna do all 4, and then I'll see you guys after I pull them all out. Alright guys, so we just pulled all the 4 spark plugs out, and they are pretty bad, so they're toast. Glad we're doing this now. They're a little bit warm, so make sure your car's cooled off. Also, I was mentioning in the last part of the video how I had different ratchets. I don't like using the electrical one for spark plugs, so I don't strip anything out. So either use a hand one or just use the electric or the hand motion for this. So we got them all out. Next step is obviously to put the new ones in. Got them in the package still. I told you guys about the gap tool. I did check them for the gap. All you have to do for that is look at this. So this one is 0.044. Put the spark plug tip on the end, slide it to 0.44, and that's it. So you do that. I already pre-checked these, so I'm gonna put these in. All you guys have to do is put this on the end of the socket and just drop it in, and then tighten it to 16 foot-pounds of torque. So let's do that real quick. Alrighty, so I'm putting it on the end. I'm gonna drop her in, and I'm gonna tighten her. All right, they're all hand tight. So you guys can see I have my torque wrench right here. Turn it on. 15. Change it to 16. Set. Next step is to drop the coils back in, like that. Obviously there's only one way for it to go. I'm not going to fully push them down because I have to put all the wires on, obviously. And then I'm going to put the rail back down. 2, 3, and then number 4. Alright, so now we're going to connect the wires. Obviously they only go one place. One. And one at a time. All right, now I'm going to push them all down. Now I'm going to go like this, finagle that in there. Now I'm going to tighten up with 10 mils, and we're going to start up to make sure that she starts. All right, guys, so we're going to start the car now. I didn't put the cover on because I just want to make sure it starts, it doesn't misfire, because then that means we did a good job. So let's see what we got. We did it. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to be putting the cover back on. The car starts and runs fine. So guys, the cover's back on. I had to take some of these off a couple times because the cover's kind of sitting kind of weird. So I wanted to make sure I didn't strip any of these bolts. They're all good. This one was giving me problems earlier, but it's good. The car runs fine. So to sum everything up, my mom told me the dealership quoted her $200, I think, to do everything, or $220. So I did it for 40 bucks. Definitely do the spark plug changes yourself, guys. Help your parents out, help your family and friends out if you know how to do it. My first time doing plugs, and they went very successful. So anyways, guys, stay tuned for more videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.